Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. Just an unboxing, not a review today, just first impressions. So I've actually been in this box, and I know what this is. The problem is that the video that I recorded, I accidentally deleted. So I'm doing it again because I still want you guys to get my first impressions of this knife, and then down the road we'll do the review. Thank you so much to Vanguard Knives for sending this. Actually, this is another Jeff Blauvelt design, and he had reached out to me on Instagram and said, do you want to check this out? And I said, actually, Vanguard already sent me one. So I guess he didn't realize that they were sending it. So anyways, I'll have the appropriate links for this knife down in the description so that you guys can check this out for yourselves if you want to. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's up to you. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me, and please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. At the time of this recording, it's important you guys understand, I don't know what the price is because they haven't, to my knowledge, they haven't released it yet. So it's possible by the time you guys are seeing it, I'll have a link that goes down there, but I have no idea what these are priced at. So anyways, Vanguard's been interesting. A lot of their stuff has been, in fact, all of their stuff has been cool. The prices have been hit or miss, in my opinion here. So we have the Continuum, is that how we're going to pronounce that? It looks like Continuum, like vacuum, right? But I would venture to guess it's Continuum. Titanium and carbon fiber for the handle and the scales, and then we have M390 for the blade. Jeff Blauvelt. Somebody tried to tell me it was pronounced differently, so I asked Jeff himself, and he said it was Blauvelt. So that's how we're going to say it. And then there's a website there, but I'll have the website in the description. So, the Continuum, or I assume how we say Continuum. Pretty cool. Really nice, modern-looking tactical folding knife. We have, when I initially unboxed this, I looked at this line here, and I looked at this line here, and I said, as soon as I open this up, that's what they're going to connect, for sure, which I'll show you guys here in just a second. But then a nice carbon fiber overlay, I guess if you want to call it that. And then nothing on the other side, but I am glad that they kept this line here. I wish they would have found a way to incorporate the carbon fiber on this side as well. I do like the pivot collar here, how it almost looks like it requires a spanner bit, but it's just a pivot collar. The actual adjustment head is going to be over here. It also looks like it does not have a steel lock bar insert, but if you got keen eyes, you'll notice that over travel under there, which is actually a part of the hidden lock bar insert that has the screw just on the inside. So anyways, show you what I was talking about here. That line meets up exactly with this line here, which is something that I really, really like. A lot of designs, just like from the knives that I've experienced from Jeff, I looked back at my own library and I realized all of his designs, in my opinion, look good in both the closed and open position. And I suppose looks good is a matter of opinion, but the lines meet up is what I'm saying. Like the design flows in both the open and closed position, which is a tricky thing to do. Most knives either look good in the open position or the closed position, at least the way that the design lines are, how I assume they're supposed to flow. And it's because it's tricky to do. Some knives are they just look like crap. Open and closed. But anyways, yeah, I have an appreciation for that, that everything matches up. Like in this case, I think Jeff is really good at not busying up the handle or the blade too much. So there's enough, there to create character, but there's not so much that it's overwhelming. And at the same time, it matches, right? The blade and the handle both seem to match, like in terms of the amount, like how much is going on the blade and handle. I just think it looks good. Ergonomically, it's very comfortable. Pocket clip is past that 50% line, sticks up a bit, but truth be told, I'm aware that it's there, but it just doesn't feel, I'm not like, oh my gosh, this is super uncomfortable. Like it's honestly fine. And the edges where you'd think it would be sharp are actually knocked down really nicely. We have the relief cut on the outside We have right there, you can see the steel lock bar insert and the screws going into it, probably just thread into the titanium just enough so they don't have to go all the way through. We have a backspacer that's just kind of, I don't think, initially I thought, is that zirconium? I think it's just a darker titanium. Pocket clip, nice little spot, and it doesn't come to a point, so it doesn't end up being incredibly pinchy. I'm actually in athletic pants today. Yeah, totally fine. Honestly, it works. It's interesting that the only means of deployment for this knife is actually the fuller. So up here on the opening hole, you can use it, but this is one of those where the fuller has enough of a ledge all the way down. It doesn't start to like disappear until about right here. So you can get your fingernail under there and deploy it any way you want. If you're not somebody who's super comfortable or familiar with the reverse flick, you can easily kick it out with your thumb, but I would say it's more organic to kick it out this way. We don't usually see fullers with little opening slots as like the primary means of deployment. Usually we see something a little wider like this, but this guy's also got thumb studs, or if it's, you know, like a Spyderco, it's like a big obvious opening hole. But this works really, really well, and there's absolutely nothing in the cutting path. You could call this, I don't know, I guess I feel like it's dramatic to say that it's a gunk trap. You know, not really, but it's enough of a ledge that you can grab it. What I think is interesting is there's a little ridge down the center of the fuller. I don't know that I've ever seen that before. I think that's pretty cool. So I do like that. Is there milling for weight reduction? No, not at all. Probably because there's a pocket cut out for the carbon fiber here. This is very smooth. It works really well. No lefty mounting position, which is a bummer. I'll let you guys take a look at the plunge grind if that matters to you. There's the plunge grind. So if you're going to use this knife and just this knife, or just a few knives and you plan on using and sharpening a lot, this is the area you want to pay attention to. Outside of that, I don't know, medium blade stock thickness, and, well, not blade stock thickness, but medium behind the edge. Good enough, right? Oh yeah, nice and sticky, nice and bitey on the edge. Just real quick, slice a piece of paper before we do measurements and weigh it. I just want to feel the factory edge. It doesn't really prove anything. Oh my goodness. Really, really nice factory edge there. Slicing right through that paper, despite it doesn't feel incredibly thin, but man, like that edge it feels really, really nice. Does get a little wider up here, you know, versus down here. Always like to see that even all the way through. Guess it's the same on both sides. I don't know if that's it. I doubt it's intentional, but anyways, the factory edge is certainly sharp. Let's go ahead and measure it. I bet it's about 7 3/4 to 7.85. Yep, 7 3/4 inches blade length is coming in at 3. Well, of course I know that because I already opened this up. I was like, wow, look at me. What a great guess. 3.35 inch blade, 3 1/4 inch cutting edge, maybe just slightly over 3 1/4. And then I'd like to weigh it, but oh, there's the scale right there. Weight on the Continuum. I just realized that I don't know how to spell Continuum. Is that how... maybe that's how you spell Continuum, and I just didn't realize it. Okay, 4.3 ounces, not really a surprise. All right, yeah, pretty cool knife. Looks good, feels good. Feels like a nice, solid, straightforward design. Well thought out between the blade and handle. I also like the blade to handle ratio. It makes it feel like a knife that's bigger than it is when that it's nearly 1-to-1. It, you know, finding out that it's 7 3/4 inches is kind of surprising because it feels like a full-size knife at 8 inches or more. Anyways, that'll be it for today's video. The next time you see this will be in the full comprehensive review after I've had a chance to carry and use it for a little bit. But anyways, links in the description. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.